So here we are again. In our last video, we extracted functionality into a new class. Now we might come up with the crazy idea to not only use a standard die with 6 sides, but we might also implement a coin, which in a way is just the same thing as a die with 2 sides. Now, the first idea would be I generate a new class, call it coin, and implement everything here. But if you think about it, the only difference is here, the number of sides. Now you learned something about inheritance. Let's apply that here. So we generate a new class in our models directory, and we call that coin. Let's move that over here so we can see both at the same time. Now we said we want to inherit from our dice class. How do we inherit? We just say this is a dice. Oh, here's an error. Why is that an error? Mouse over. Ah, right. Make dice open. We learned by default you cannot inherit from classes in Kotlin. Explicitly have to tell that this is a class which allows inheritance by making it open. So let's make it open. Now we said the difference is that this version has 6 sides. So let's extract the 6 here into a variable. Sides equals 6. And use that variable here. Awesome. Let's go over here and set the sides to 2. Whoa, we get an error message again. Why is that? Ah, okay. We are overriding a value in our parent class. So we have to explicitly say, yes, we want to override it. And just as a note, if you look into a fragment, you've seen lots of overriding functions. And now you have an idea what's happening there. There is a function in the parent fragment class which gets redefined in our specific class. But it's still right. Why is that? Although we have the class dice open, we explicitly have to give tell the variable that is open too. So we change that. Nice. So that looks as if we don't have any error. And the cool thing is, if we use a coin, it now should, and we'll test for that really the case, should use the roll function over here of the parent class. Let's go to our main fragment and say we don't want to use a die, we want to throw a coin. Let's change that to a coin and see what happens. Yes, terminate it. Switch over. And here we go. It's 1, 2, 1. Nice. So we generated a new class coin, which inherits from the parent class dice. And by just changing that this variable now is a coin, we completely changed what's going on down here. We don't get any 6s, 3s, we just have 1s and 2s without rewriting very much of code. And that's the nice thing about object-oriented programming and inheritance. And I think with that, we're done for this video. So happy coding!